When I wrote this blast cast, I realized I didn't have any jokes for this week. I literally had no joke for the beginning of this video. And I wanted one, but I forgot to write it. But I do have this really cool sword I got at a Renaissance fair, so there's that. I got nothing. Just enjoy. How are you all doing today? Good? You doing good? Great. It's good to hear that you're doing good. It's good to hear you're having a good go of it. It just kind of sucks. Steam can't say the same thing. Steam, you used to have such promise. Literally used to be amazing. And Valve, oh god, the games you made. Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress, Portal, Counter-Strike, Half-Life 1 and 2, some of the best shooters ever made. Hell, they're even the folks behind freaking Dota 2. Well, I mean, before it got blown out of the water by League. By the way, Fiora is bae. I love you. But still, so many great games came from one development studio. It was something unheard of. I can't think of a single studio outside of Valve that constantly put forth stunning, innovative games. Oh wait, actually, yeah, I can. Naughty Dog is actually really great too. I actually really enjoy Naughty Dog games. It's kind of hard to believe that the studio behind Half-Life are also the same cockweasels who run Steam. It's not even like they're a studio anymore anyway. I mean, what have they put out recently? A bridge building game in the style of Portal and a card game that isn't even as good as Hearthstone or Gwent. Like, they aren't even trying anymore. Make Half-Life 3, you assholes! In the essence of time, I don't have all day to complain about Valve and the games it does and does not make. Half-Life 3 reference, haha. No, dear viewer. I'm here for you, to give you my opinions on the industry, to help you make smart decisions. Or at least that's how I justify making these videos. And we have a topic of discussion today. And that topic is, Steam Direct is shit. Before we can discuss Steam Direct and its abscess of gaming content, we first need a brief rundown of the service that came before. Steam Greenlight. Steam Greenlight was a service provided by Steam that sought to help indie developers get their games onto an actual marketplace. These approved indie titles will be bought and sold alongside AAA titles and add to the diversity of Steam's market. On paper, it was a great idea. Not only would it be good for gamers, it would also be great for small studios who couldn't go toe-to-toe with the likes of bigger studios. And for a time, Greenlight was fantastic. Plenty of great games found their way onto the service and it appeared to be a success. Papers, Please, Darkest Dungeon, Super Hot, Surgeon Simulator, Rain World, and the Stanley Parable all come to mind when considering Greenlight's benefits. But that isn't how life works, is it, dear viewer? No. No, it is not. Along with the good came the bad. In tenfold. After Steam was called out for being too restrictive, which, when you think about it, good. I mean, it's not like every game deserves to be on an official storefront, and just because you cobble together baby's first game doesn't entitle you to sell it. Steam did what I would like to call fuck things up. Steam's Greenlight acceptance process went from, just gotta put some air quotes here, restrictive to, I'm gonna let every piece of, damn it, this needs air quotes too, games onto the storefront to the point where this became the norm. Gone were the days of Greenlight, where promising games had their day to be recognized. This would be the beginning of the rise of ass. Steam would quickly add hundreds of low-effort games to the storefront, thereby snuffing out any promising titles and showcasing lazy, low-effort, cobbled-together games. This is the same thing I think is slowly killing YouTube. Just because little Timmy can point a camera at a fidget spinner doesn't mean it's acceptable for public consumption. God damn it. And most of the time, the games look like this. Imagine walking over to the little section where they have the toys and think about seeing an entire toy aisle full of shit. Literal plastic packages containing shit. And on the one end is a He-Man arm with the sword, and you're just thinking, boy, that looks like crap. That was Steam Greenlight, folks. And this isn't even scratching the surface of the anus that was Greenlight. It wasn't even just bad games. Cheating Greenlight boosters that openly broke Greenlight rules. unhinged, homophobic Australians who would actively attack the people reviewing his shit games. A so-called game development studio, oh my god, my quotations mark button is getting a real workout today, sued a YouTube personality for $10 million, and then went on to sue 100 anonymous Steam users for $18 million. Obviously it was shit, and it had gotten so shitty, Steam had to step in and shoot it in the back of its fucking head, just to make the noises stop. Those awful, horrible noises. How about stealing games in an attempt to get them voted into the Steam store? That happened. Uploading demo levels from game engine software that was free. They tried to sell those for money. That happened. And after years of uncontrolled crap, Steam finally stepped in to close down Greenlight. And then they filled the void left by Greenlight with a new service titled Steam Direct. The goal of this new process for getting indie titles onto the storefront was taken out of the hands of Steam users and the mantle picked up by Steam itself. That's right, the entire acceptance process would be regulated by Steam, the premier PC video game marketplace. But then again, Steam is full of assholes. After a year of Steam Direct, I can openly and without prejudice say Steam Direct is literally worse than Greenlight. Not only are the crazed, mental dejected devs still making the rounds acting like idiots to users and critics, but a steady stream of liquid crap finds its way to the Steam marketplace daily. Daily! It would seem Steam taking the reins from users did fuck all to actually improve the service. In fact, I don't think I heard of any promising Steam games for the whole year of 2017. The service is so muted by a haze of vitriol and slapdash software that no promising games can even make it to the front of the marketplace. The situation is so dire, developers seeking to make a name for themselves are fleeing Steam entirely to find other venues, like GOG, Nintendo Switch, and other online marketplaces. Most of the time, to better effect. And because I feel like you still don't comprehend how awful Steam had gotten, please allow me to introduce I Am Patty Jack, a fellow YouTuber. I Am Patty Jack made a YouTube video showcasing some of the best Steam trash called Glitch Simulator 2018. After claiming anyone could make this game in 25 minutes, he did. But not before I Am Patty Jack embarrassed himself and looked like a giant prick, because it didn't take 25 minutes like he claimed. It actually took him 12 minutes and 18 seconds to make it. This was sarcasm, by the way. Don't be part of the problem. And Glitch Simulator is literally only one of millions of the games in the service that all share pre-bought assets, hastily put together on a map someone else made and sold for $10. Literally millions of them! If Patty Jack can do it in 12 minutes, just think of the people worse than him putting in less effort on multiple daily hunks of crap. And that's exactly what happens! Hundreds of new games get uploaded daily! Think about that! Think of it this way, you buy a new house, okay? And daily, hundreds of neighborhood kids come and throw rotten eggs at your house. You can't keep up, and you just hate your life. That's Steam. That's literally Steam right now. Hundreds of glitch simulators. The whole thing's gotten so rotten, I honestly wonder how long Steam's got left to live. It's gotten to the point where Steam's storefront has become like an appendix with a severe infection, and it's slowly poisoning you from the inside, and you know you need to get rid of it because, you know, death. But you don't like the idea of not having an appendix. I mean, it's your friend. People expect it to be there. It's a part of you. So you just fucking die because you were a stubborn prick who didn't get out while the getting was good. And now you smell like balls and the world gets to talk about how much you sucked and how stupid you were because you don't exist anymore. Let me be honest though, I'm not actually sure Steam financially is in trouble at this point because it probably isn't. The cycle kind of perpetuates itself since every time a new game gets shout out onto the store, the developer, just fucking air quotes, has to pay $100 as an admission fee. Plus, Steam gets a cut of every game sold. But I have to believe at some point people look at the bloated corpse that is Steam and find it more pleasant to go to the competition than stand around and smell your maggot-infested tissue. Eventually, that shit just isn't worth it. These crap games are the vines that strangle the mighty oak. Talented developers are fleeing the service as if it was digital Ebola, which in all honesty is a pretty accurate metaphor. I mean, Steam could always just do the adult thing and actually vet the games instead of, you know, just allowing them based on no actual critique. Honestly, that seems like a better business proposal than letting this. be associated with Valve. They could just make the appropriate changes to clean up the storefront and become a respectable business again. But until that is more financially appealing than just letting every shithead developer sell on the service, Steam isn't going to do that. They will be the shepherd of shit. And Steam Direct is going to be that sewer. And honestly, the situation pisses me off so much that I decided to beg on Steam over Sea of Thieves. I mean, I'm still going to piss on Sea of Thieves, don't get me wrong, it's coming. But outrage dictates I piss on Steam first. So there you have it. Steam is shit still. It shits on developers. It shits on customers. God damn, look at yourself, Steam. You're awful. Fix your shit, dude.